morning sun where the flowers bloom, colors burst like a painter's dream come true. Roses red and violets blue, every petal whispers something new. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, and every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you, just for you.
just $9.99. So they're Australia Day specials. We're putting on some chops, so you want to come down here and we'll have these chops ready in 10 or 15 minutes. So we're putting some chops on here, and you can come down to our Australia Day sale and grab yourself a real lamb chop. But and what it is, we've gone out to the grower and we said, listen mate, it's Australia Day, you've got to chip in, and we've asked the growers to chip in some really good specials. So what we've got is we've got 100 specials, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through each of the specials, tell you what the price is, and tell you what the price is, and you're going to and you'll be able to. So on Australia Day, you can grab some lamb's ears while you're having your lamb chop and whip a few lamb's ears into the garden. Or maybe you don't like lamb's ears. Maybe you're going to whack in a couple of lambiums. But basically, we're setting up our Australia Day Grower Direct Live Flash Sale before Australia Day, so that on Australia Day you can do something very Australian, get in the garden and plant some good Aussie plants. Okay, no worries. So at any rate, is there a sound problem?
Yeah, we had a sound problem. We're back on track.
So, okay, sorry if you couldn't hear me, but basically this is our Australia Day. We've gone out to the growers and we've said, listen mate, Australia Day is coming up. It'd be un-Australian if people couldn't grab a few good cheap plants and whack them in the garden and have a great Australia Day. Really enjoy their garden while they're having their barbecue, improve the garden a little bit. So here we are. Now the first, let's look at our first Grower Direct Flash Sale. Now around the traps, a nice big bushy English box like this. I've seen nurseries charging $16 for something like that. Most nurseries, if you went down to Manning's, you'd find that something like this would cost you 10 or 12 bucks, but you wouldn't believe it. For Australia Day, we're putting these out so you can have an English box hedge. Bugger the British, but the English box hedge is okay. An English box hedge for $4.99. So $4.99 for an English box, and you rack 4 or 5 of these in per metre. That's the cheapest English box that you're going to get anywhere. The growers have really clubbed in and given us a great deal there.
So Chris, if people have just joined us for our today's Growers Direct Flash Sale, we are watching the chat for your comments, and also we will be running through each of the items on the big screen. If you are interested in any of the plants that you see and want to jump onto some of these deals, there is a QR code on the screen up behind you, Chris. Yep. And that's it. Thank you so much, Gorilla. Are you looking lovely today too, by the way, Gorilla? I really like that bow in your hair. Yeah, anyway,
good Aussie bow.
Yep, scan the QR code. That will take you directly to our website, where you can find the Growers Direct Flash Sale page, and you can grab those items.
Yeah, now we've got English box balls. Now most nurseries $200-300 for a nice big English box ball. One like this would be 10 or 12 years old. Mm-hmm. This English box ball here is $159.99. So $159.99, a great price on an English box ball. So, and if you were to buy a couple of these balls, what would happen is you could get free delivery, because at $399, yep, we deliver almost everywhere in Victoria, all over Victoria. So if you're at home and you're thinking, geez, I'd like to get a couple of them balls, the way to do it is you order them online or ring up, order them over the phone, use your credit card and get them delivered for free over most of Victoria. And
where do we deliver for free again, Chris?
Well, we deliver all the way out to Traralgon, yep, down to Currabara and Leongatha, almost down to Phillip Island, then sort of all over Melbourne and all those big outer suburbs, right up to Warby, yep, and then up to Shepparton, up to Bendigo, out to Ballarat, and down to Geelong and down to the Surf Coast there. All amazing. Of that is in our free delivery area when you spend $399.
That's amazing.
Anyway, so there we are, English box ball, $159. Now, if you want a box with a difference, you could look at a Japanese box. Now your Japanese box has a different colour, sort of a lighter green, It's really, 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 really tough. Like I've been out in places like Dubbo and that and seen beautiful Japanese box hedges. But basically your Japanese box grows 3 times as fast as your English box. And if you plant these, you can, and where most people wouldn't grow themselves, most people wouldn't grow a 6 foot box with a normal English box, you can grow a 6 foot or a 7 foot or an 8 foot box hedge with your Japanese box, no worries. And I know that because it's a bigger plant, a gutsier plant, you only need 2 or 3 plants per metre. So basically, nice big Japanese box. You could have these up 6 foot in a couple of years. So Japanese box, light green colour, and here we are, $39.99 in a 10-inch pot. $39.99 Japanese box for the big box hedge. If you want a big box hedge. Now here we have Korean box. Now Korean box is very dainty, little fine foliage, beautiful fine foliage, lovely dense little ball, and normally they're a bit expensive, a bit hard to get. We've got them knocked down to $19.99 direct from the grower. Beautiful Korean box. If you wanted a really small box hedge, or maybe you want to have a beautiful little round box in a pot that you hardly ever have to trim, go for a Korean box, $19.99. Give them a close look at that. It's a beautiful thing. $19.99 for a Korean box.
And Rebecca says, I love a bit of soil with my sausage.
Now here we have.
Are we giving out snags at Hello
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, you better watch you don't want to move. Don't put the potting mix over the top there. Yeah, because we're going to have a little feast after this. And anybody who comes down to join us for a chop after this, at 2 o'clock we'll have a little lamb chop feast.
That's it.
There's nothing like planting some lamb's ears and a bit of lambs ears and lambium, and having a lamb chop out in the backyard on Australia Day. Very Australian. Now here we've got Green Rocket. Now Green Rocket is a fast, tough alternative. Green Rocket's a fast, tough alternative to normal English box. You can grow these up a metre tall in 2 years. Really, really tough. They love the frost, they love the heat, they love poor soil. I've had one customer came to me years ago, and he'd planted 600 English box, and they'd been in for a year, and he was in sort of tough country up Shepparton Way, and half of them died, and he wanted some replacements. So I said, replace a lot. Replace them with these, and he replaced them. At any rate, he's been back a number of times, extended his hedges. He's never lost one ever since, whereas the English box, he lost half of them in the first year. So
Beautiful.
this is Green Rocket, and Green Rocket is the tough alternative. And the other thing, English box can sometimes discolour in the winter time. Green Rocket stays beautiful and green.
That's great.
And Green Rocket, we better do a price. Lovely big plants. Show them how big these plants are. We're finding our gorilla's a bit slow moving because it's right at the end of the gorilla mating season.
No, he's already. Yeah, that's right. He's completed the mating season.
Yeah, but it's slowed him down a bit.
Sazzy says, "I'll visit you one day."
Great, I'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
Now here's an amazing deal here. These were $49, then they went down to $29, and the grower said, "Listen, get rid of some of these." And these are big bushy lily pads. If you're maybe fixing up a property to sell, you need something big, bushy and cheap, $24.99. Look at these for $24.99. You've never seen a better deal than these for $24.99. So
yeah, very thick, very bushy.
Yeah, no other nursery would give you anything like that at $24.99. Unbelievable.
That's right. If you've just joined us, it's our Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale, which runs for the next week, and we've got over 100 specials.
Have you got me code?
Yep. It's I don't know where it went. We do have it. I'll get it down for you.
Okay, cool. Actually, I think that's it there.
Oh yeah. Here we go. There we go. Let's pop it on. And for those who don't know who Chris Kekovich is, maybe you want to explain.
Yeah, so what they do is they hire me every year to do an ad
for
lamb chops on Australia Day. And so basically I explain to people how to be really Australian and how to enjoy your lamb chops. And basically we have a go at them tofu eating vegans who don't have lamb chops on Australia Day. We explain how un-Australian it is, and we point people towards the lamb chop. And because lamb chops at the heart of Australia, that's what makes it having your lamb chop on Australia Day is what makes an Australian truly Australian. Now here we've got a Westringia Naringa Topiary ball, reduced from $129.99 to $99.99. So $99.99. And so if you want to have balls in your garden, but you want Aussie balls, you want real Aussie balls in the garden, you go for one of these Westringia balls instead of one of them English box balls.
Yeah, we should probably just quickly mention someone here says, I'd love to come, but I've got to head out right now for something. So for those of you who are watching, you can actually join the sale online at hellohelloplants.com.au. This sale will be live for the next week, won't it?
That's right, but or you could come down to Savo and have a lamb chop.
Yeah.
You come down, have a lamb chop, and help us clean up these lamb chops here.
That's right.
And participate in our sale.
That's right, and we're open all Australia Day long weekend, which is actually the following weekend. It's not this coming weekend, but the next weekend.
Oh, that's right, we've gone in early so that people can have these. They can order them and have them delivered and have them there on Australia Day and do that Aussie thing and fix up the backyard.
Have it ready for Australia Day, that's it.
Yep.
All right, go Chris Kekovich, take it away.
Right, okay, so now what we've got is we've got the Moon Bay...
Licorice?
Licorice. So here's a great... Now if you want to get a bit of silver in the garden, here it is, licorice. Licorice is a great, you can clip it into a ball, grow it in a pot, put it in a hanging basket. Beautiful, fast growing, super tough silver plant. Gorgeous plant. And Helichrysum Licorice reduced to $9.99. Most nurseries you'd be charging $14-15 for that, but we've got them here for $9.99 for silver, beautiful silver licorice.
That's right. Now limited quantities do apply on these products as well, so if you do like something you see here today, you've got to be quick to snap it up.
Now another great source of silver in the garden is the old cushion bush. And here it is, cushion bush is normally $16.99, now reduced to $8.99, so $8.99, and this is an Aussie native, and I love to plant them with another Aussie native is your cousinette, beautiful sort of matte green, and you put these in, and the combination of the contrast of the silver and the green, absolutely fantastic, but a great way to get a bit of bright silver into the garden. And the great thing about this is that it's an Aussie native. It's like all Aussies, it's really tough. And you could grow it in front of the factory or grow it in front of the farm or the warehouse or whatever, or in front of your beach house. It's a great thing. Plant it, walk away, and it'll look after itself. And that is a silver cushion bush.
All right, our Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale is live right now. Limited quantities apply. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au to purchase any of these products from our live sales page, or you can come in store, 1477 Sydney Road, Camberfield.
Right, now Moon Bay Nandina, if you want your garden warm and red and gorgeous in the winter, Moon Bay Nandina is the plant for you. Moon Bay Nandina, a great, look at it there, great source of red in the garden, lovely modern texture to it, and it's maintenance free. It hardly needs any water, hardly needs anything, beautiful, and it grows into a lovely round 45 centimetre round ball shape without you doing a damn thing. So there we are, Nandina Moon Bay, and $9.99. A lot of stores, $12-14 for a nice 6-inch pot of that. We've got them, and it's a decent plant. Look at that, $9.99.
Yep.
Nandina Moon Bay.
That's right, part of the Growers Direct Flash Sale. Millie says, hi, hello from New Zealand.
Hi. Good day over the ditch over there. I like New Zealanders. They're almost Aussies. Almost Aussies, yeah.
Not quite.
Not quite. So there's quite a few of them over here, isn't there?
Well, we've got a Blue Eyes Taxivator says hello from Syria.
Wow. Blue Eyes
So I'm laughing at the name. The name's a good, fun name.
Yeah. So that's where you go to evade Aussie taxes, is it? You go to Syria.
Maybe. Yeah. Hi from Adelaide. Oh, we've got people from all over the place. My passion fruit plant is thriving but not producing fruit. Help.
Miracle Grow. Whack on a bit of Miracle Grow and get it flowering and fruiting.
Okay. Miracle Grow for you, Ash.
Yeah. Now what we've got here is a nice big. If you want to get an instant impact in your garden, these ones here are only $14.99. That's what most people charge for a 6-inch pot, and they're nice big 8-inch pots, big bushy, beautiful 8-inch pots, $14.99. So that's Dwarf Nandina. Now Dwarf Nandina is the one that goes the reddest in the winter. That'll give you the most red, in winter and springtime. Beautiful red Dwarf Nandina.
Alright, and if you've just joined us, we're celebrating the Australia Day long weekend early with these incredible deals with our Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale.
Yep.
Justin says, hello, green, I can't read that, green Chesia, I think. Wow, cool, Chris.
Okay, no worries. Now here we've got your Variegated Society garlic. Now your Variegated Society garlic, wonderful plant. If you want if you want something that grows anywhere, loves the sun, beautiful tough plant, it's your Variegated Society garlic. Fabulous plant. And it makes a low maintenance border. It has, and the one that we're selling has the sort of the green and white stripes on it, which gives it a lovely bright look in the garden. And for 5 months a year, you're blessed with beautiful blue flowers. Now, lots of people I know have planted these as a maintenance-free border, but you could plant them in clumps of 2s and 3s in the cottage garden and just get that sort of funky cottagey effect with it. And a lot of stores, $14-15 for these. We've got nice big gutsy plants for $8.99. So $8.99 for Variegated Society garlic.
Barry says, when are you going to flip that meat?
I think it might be about time. Okay, so here we've got a Cuba gold dust. So a Cuba gold dust. Now this is an interesting plant. Look how bright and beautiful this is. Look how bright and beautiful that is. It's really lovely. It's a lovely bright plant. Look at that there. That's your Cuba gold dust. Now the thing with your Cuba gold dust is it loves the shade. It hates the hot sun. It'll turn all black and horrible if you put it in the hot sun. If you've got a shady corner and you haven't been able to grow much in that shady corner, this will brighten up your shady corner. And often these are an expensive, hard to get plant, and these have been reduced from $19.99 to $14.99. Grow them in the alfresco, grow them wherever you've got a bit of shade and you want to brighten it up. It's a hardy plant. They grow 1.5 2 meters tall quite quickly. Hardy plant, brighten up that dull corner.
Sarah says, how come you've got a gorilla and not a kangaroo? Alright, it's our Australia Day, it's our early Australia Day sale. Obviously Australia Day long weekend's next weekend.
It's because we're being inclusive.
There you go, that's your answer there, Sarah.
Yeah, we're very inclusive. We allow foreign gorillas in here.
He's an Australian, he's a citizen now, isn't he? Our gorilla.
Yeah, that's right. We're sort of, it's multi.
That's it.
Yeah, multi. So here we've got a beautiful thing. This is a lovely bowl. Now you could plant this, you could put this in the alfresco area. This needs a bit of morning sun, afternoon shade or dappled shade. Basically it's a shade lover. It loves plenty of water, plenty of shade. But pop this in your alfresco area, wherever you've got a bit of shade, and it'll brighten it right up. And your tractor seat bowl is reduced to $99.99 from $129.99 to $99.99. And then we've got the 7-inch pot tractor seat is reduced to $23.99. So $23.99, and you can grow one of these and you'll find that in a matter of 5 or 6 months, this little fella here will grow into a big fella like that.
Yeah, Rebecca says it's stunning, this plant.
Yeah.
Verde tractor.
Yeah. And they look. How they've done this? They've planted 2 in the one thing, and it's having 2 of them together that really makes a difference.
Yeah, and it looks really good with the barbecue actually. Don't Fade says hello from Turkey.
Right. So now,
hello back to you. Don't Fade.
Yeah.
Hello to the camera, Chris. All the way from Turkey.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I love to hear from Turkey. I love to hear from all different countries.
All right, let's see what we got next.
And this is a great way for the Turkish people to pick up a bit of Australian culture. On Australia Day, we cook lamb chops and we do a bit of gardening.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So here we've got and so we've got the small tractor seat. Then we've got the now this is the umbrella plant. The umbrella plant is probably one of the toughest indoor plants known to man. If you're a known plant killer, if everything you bring home and put in the house dies, I reckon you should buy one of these. These are only $9.99, so it's a low risk venture. $9.99 you're putting up for risk, and I reckon you pot this into a decent sized pot and you get 20 years in the house out of it. And when it gets too big, when it's half filled the lounge room, you can whack it out in the garden. It'll grow out in the garden as well. So umbrella plant, $9.99.
Lovely. It's all part of the Growers Direct flash sale happening right now. Limited quantities do apply for these prices.
Yeah. Now, years ago, I think when I was just leaving school, quite a few years ago, about nearly pushing 55 years ago. And anyway, I was just about to leave school, and there was a story in the local paper about an orchardist who'd found an apple tree that had popped up in the orchard, and instead of growing up in the air, it was growing flat. And so what they do is they get this, they train it up like that, and then it cascades down. And so this is the perfect small apple tree. And where a lot of apple trees, you have to buy 2 apple trees for them to get into a relationship with each other and produce some fruit. This one here actually produces fruit by itself, so that you can grow this. So this is a perfect little apple tree that will grow and produce fruit. You could grow it in a tub on the balcony. You could grow it in a little garden bed. It just needs a bit of sun, at least half a day or a bit more sun, and you'll find you've got this beautiful weeping apple. Blossom in spring, never too big, self-pollinating, the most wonderful development year round. So your weeping apple, and you can see this one here is just a little baby, and he's got little apples forming already. And it's a beautiful tasty apple. It's like a sweet, tangy Jonathan apple, and it's a small apple. Great one for the kids to take to school. And anyway, so your weeping apple reduced from $89.99 to $39.99. So $39.99, 5 foot tall, sexually mature, fruiting now, weeping Wandin Pride apple, $39.99.
That's great value, and you've already got fruit on it. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Now there's an industrial estate near here, planted with pine trees. And anyway, I had a good look at them, and they're actually, they don't water them or nothing. It's north of here, hot, dry, poor soil, and the pine trees are growing beautifully. And what they happen to be is pine nuts. And at about 5 years of age, they become sexually mature, and they start to produce pine nuts. And 5 years of age, they're about 4 meters tall. So these ones here, plant these on your farm, plant them at the beach house. They'll grow into a beautiful spreading shady pine tree that'll produce pine nuts in about 5 years. That's what they look like. They have a sort of a flat head on them, a lovely sort of tortoiseshell trunk. I love pine trees, and this is a particularly beautiful pine that even if it didn't produce pine nuts, it would be worth growing just to see the real beauty of it. So, and these pine nuts here, nice little plant, and they are a stone pine nut is just $19.99. So $19.99. And you can produce your own pine nuts. And I think nothing would taste better than a nice salad with a few toasted, homegrown pine nuts in it.
That's
almost as good as having a lamb chop. In fact, you could put pine nuts on your lamb chops, couldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be beautiful, actually.
That'd be very Australian, I reckon.
It's our Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale happening for the next week, it's the items are either till sold out or they are limited in quantities. So if you see anything you like here today at these prices, you want to get them at that price, you do need to act fast.
Yeah, a lot of places are charging 15, 16, 18, 19 bucks for a blueberry. We've got them for $9.99.
Wonderful.
So blueberries, nice bushy plants. The odd ones have even got berries on them. So blueberries about to berry, $9.99. And we've got 2 sorts. We've got two sorts. We've got Northland and Sunshine. And this is the Sunshine. And give them a close look at those berries forming there. In fact, I'll just have one of those berries just before they go. That one's right.
Just check they're all good. Yeah, it's got heaps of berries on it.
So they're in berry now. Covered in berries. And this is your Northland blueberry. Now blueberries like a bit of good soil, plenty of fertilizer, plenty of water, maybe not real hot afternoon or hot westerly sun, so to shelter them a little bit. But at $9.99 you could be growing your own blueberries. I reckon the kids would love to be out picking a few blueberries, wouldn't they?
That's right. You just got to make sure the birds don't get to them first.
Yeah, you might have to net them. But they'd be easy to net because they're just a nice little bush. Like blueberries don't grow too big. And the other thing, blueberries are ornamental. They flower in spring and they have very attractive flowers. And then they have beautiful autumn colour.
That's right.
And they have flowers and autumn colour in between having berries. I mean, you just can't ask for anything more.
Right, welcome to our Australia Day Chris Kekovich Growers Direct Flash Sale.
If you ask me what my favourite autumn colour maple is, I'll tell you it's a Jeffers Red maple. Now Jeffers Red, why it's my favourite is that a lot of maples have beautiful autumn colour, but they only grow good in the hills. They don't grow good on the heat in the hot flat country. But your Jeffers Red, plant that in the middle of a paddock in Seymour, planted in a hot windy spot, planted where the soil's pretty poor. It's a hybrid between a Californian silver maple and a North American red maple, and the silver maple's really tough and the red maple's really colourful. So this is going to give you magic colour, fast growth, beautiful shape, and it's going to do well. You've often noticed if you planted a red maple in a hot flat paddock, say in Seymour, you've planted in a hot flat paddock in Seymour, your red maple struggles through the summer or maybe even keels over. This one here, your Jeffers Red, is a really tough hybrid. So it's been hybridized, it's super duper tough, beautiful red autumn colour. And these ones are also nice and cheap. Like I'm 1.8 metres tall, and these are nearly up there, and they are only $79.99. So $79.99 for a nice tall Jeffers Red maple.
All right, come and enjoy these deals this weekend, and also right into the Australia Day long weekend. Limited quantities apply though.
Yeah, so what we've got here is an Osakazuki Japanese maple. Now your Osakazuki Japanese maple has probably the best autumn colour of any Japanese maple. It also doesn't grow too big. I know a couple of trees that are over 100 years old and they're under 4 metres in height, and they're lovely spreading trees, and they have the most amazing autumn colour. So your Jeffers Red maple, your Jeffers your Osakazuki maple, normally quite expensive. Normally you pay $80. These are 3 foot tall. You'd normally pay $80. These are just $49.99 for an Osakazuki Japanese maple.
Beautiful. Ralph says, glad patriotism isn't flagging Mr. Chris. I was going to say, especially on a Chinese platform.
Yeah.
That you're watching us on there, Ralph, but no worries. Thanks for the comment.
Yeah, so here we've got a Shaina. Now this is a beautiful standard Japanese maple. Do you know from the time the nurseryman planted the seed to the time he whacked this on a truck to come down here for the Grower Direct Flash Sale, the Australia Day Grower Direct Flash Sale, this Shaina maple, normally $2.99, has been reduced to $2.49, and I reckon that this, from seed, this is a 7-year-old tree, so you're getting an amazing 7-year-old tree. This could be the feature in the middle of a garden. Colour in spring, colour in summer, colour in autumn. Beautiful, very red, dense. It's never going to get too big. This will never be more than 2.5-3 metres tall. So a beautiful contact, mate. And if you didn't want it quite 2.5 metres, you could always give it a bit of a trim. And right now it's about 1.6, 1.7 metres. So Shaina maple, $249.99 for a beautiful mature maple. That's fantastic.
And also we should probably mention you get an extra up until just after Australia Day, the 27th of January. In store only, you get an extra 20% off these Japanese maples.
That's right, yeah, you could knock another, if you came down here and bought that Shaina maple, it would only cost you $1.99. Yep. And the same with this one here. This is a Japanese maple reduced from 89 to 49, but if you came down here, you'd get it for $39.99. Now this is nearly 6 foot tall, beautiful Japanese maple. It's going to have lovely red and yellow and orange autumn colour, and it is it's and in store it's for $39.99, and by delivery all around the place $49.99. So $49.99.
Yeah, so we do have some good incentives for those of you who want to visit us in store only deals like this. The 20% off Japanese maples, definitely you don't want to miss that, and that's only going to be available for the next week and a bit.
Actually, no, that one, that's true. Those ones there are not that. That's a 12-inch. So here we've got a 12-inch red weeping maple reduced from $2.99 to $1.59. So we've actually got them at $1.59 in a 12-inch pot. Now, it's hard. Most nurseries, it's hard to get a weeping maple for under $200 or $300. So here it is, $159.99. A nice old 4 or 5 year old grafted weeping Japanese maple, $159.99. Now here we have a forest pansy. Now your forest pansy reduced from $1.99 to $149.99. So $149.99 for a forest pansy.
Alright, these are all part of our Growers Direct Flash Sale. Limited quantities for these prices do apply. And we're going to keep moving on to the next product here as we look through the Flash Sale.
Now here we've got a lemon scented gum. Now I'm going to break a leaf off. There's a beautiful Australian gum tree. This would be very Australian to put this, and the thing is that a lot of people don't put gum trees in on their suburban blocks because they can grow 100 foot tall and fall down and destroy the house, and with insurance premiums and everything the way they are, But what happens, have a smell of this. Have a smell.
Can you cook with that?
I don't think so, but the smell is beautiful. It's just pure lemon.
Yeah.
Fabulous pure lemon. Now on a hot day, this is going to, say you planted one of these, say you whacked in one of these next to the Hills Hoist. It's never going to grow too big. This is a grafted lemon scented. It's only going to grow 3.5 to 4.5 meters in height.
Nice.
It's going to have a beautiful white trunk. It's going to have weeping foliage. It's going to have white flowers. And on a hot day, your backyard will be filled with the most beautiful lemon fragrance. So this is the gum tree that's safe to plant in the Aussie backyard. So it's a dwarf lemon scented gum tree. And normally they're a bit expensive, they're a bit hard to find. We've got them for $149.99, and the variety is Scentuous.
Yeah, lemon scented gum. Cletus was asking lemon scented what? Yeah, lemon scented gum.
Now here we've got a Claret Ash Tree. Now it's a funny thing, I had to look up what claret was, because when I was young, I used to, whenever I went anywhere as a young guy and you wanted to take a bit of grog, I used to take a flagon of claret. And I remember a flagon of claret back in the 70s was about $1.60 or something like that. We thought that was a bit pricey.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, that's what it's. They've stopped making it. What it was people didn't like red wine much, so they used to use, like, they get Shiraz and Sauvignon Blanc and everything. They'd mix it all up, and they called it claret. So it was a sort of a composite red wine. And I'd love to taste some claret now and see what it's like, because we thought it was great back in the old hippie days.
Cletus says nasty red wine.
Yeah. So anyway, so basically, this beautiful green tree is grafted onto a desert ash. So if you've got poor soil, a hot, dry spot, a spot that you're going to abandon, if you've got a tougher spot, you plant one of these. The desert ash has got desert ash roots. You plant this here, you get a lush green tree that'll give you a beautiful cool shade. So a beautiful lush green tree with fabulous cool shade. We might turn that down a little bit because we don't want them burnt by the end of this. I'm looking forward to.
No, we're doing a 2-hour barbecue. It's the we're going to be in the Guinness Book of Records for longest cooked meat.
So I reckon we'll turn it down. We'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, but what happens with these is that they turn a beautiful. Let's say nobody knows what claret is anymore, so they turn a beautiful Shiraz colour. So it's just like a nice glass of Shiraz in autumn. This beautiful Shiraz colour, and they're tough and they're beautiful, fast trees. Claret ash, wonderful tree. Plant them on the farm. Plant a row of them. We've got a factory. Whack a couple of them at the front. Put them down the beach house. It's the tree that is no worries. Okay, so claret ash, and these are really cheap. Normally a 6-foot claret ash at your local nursery, $120. These are $49.99.
And thanks for the comments, guys. Cletus says, absolutely love you guys' streams. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching us. Also, for those of you, for everyone who's watching us right now, if you like and share this live, it does help others reach this incredible deals that we've got. Yeah, and these are really good deals. Like, go on, Chris.
Yeah, you could have an auntie or some grandkids or something who are putting in their own garden, and by sharing this with them, you're giving them access to cheap plants. And on Australia Day, they could be whacking in some really great plants, doing that great garden project.
And have it with their barbecue.
Yeah, and they could cook, invite a few people over, whack a few chops on the barbie, and do the garden.
That's right, that's absolutely right.
A very Australian thing to do. Now this is a very interesting thing. Now what happened is that one of the growers, he was keeping these ones as stock plants, and he let 10 of them go to me. Just 10 of them go. They're a bit pricey, but these are 5 or 6 years old. A lot of people think that they can't put a jacaranda in their garden because they haven't got a big garden, and they all know that jacarandas grow really big. This is called a bonsai blue. It has extra blue flowers, and it's an actual bonsai. This one here is 5 or 6 years old. At any rate, somebody rang up from Adelaide. We put them up for sale last week. And somebody rang up from Adelaide and bought the lot, and we shipped them across to Adelaide. But anyway...
really? They got them all, did they?
So I rang the grower up, and I said, I need another lot. And he said, you're stretching the friendship a bit, mate, aren't you? And I said, look, I really need some more. And I said, one person scooped the whole lot.
He should love this, because we did a video on him and it went viral.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why you got people in Adelaide and all over the place going nuts for him.
Right, okay, well, anyway, he said I was stretching the friendship. He's letting the last lot go. He's let 15 of them go.
Okay, so there literally is only 15 left then.
15 left, and then after he's going to tell me to get nicked.
So they'll probably sell by the end of this live, maybe.
They might do. So anyway, Bonsai Blue, 15 left, $399.99.
Alright, got to be quick, act fast. I mean, that's a great opportunity to get a dwarf jacaranda.
Yeah, and that means that even if you've got a small garden, you can have the joy of jacarandahood in your garden.
In your small garden, yeah.
Jacaranda ownership. Now, here's an amazing thing. Jacarandas in most nurseries are pretty pricey. We've got these ones here. They're 3 foot tall. They're in 3-inch pots. They'll grow fine. At any rate, they're only what are they? Looks they're only $5.99. So $5.99. If you've always wanted a jacaranda but you haven't got a big budget for getting one, whip down to the store now, grab a lamb chop, and grab one of these $5.99 jacarandas. You can't go wrong.
And Joanne says, great channel. Thanks, guys. Always good to know your sales.
Great, thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for dropping by, leaving a comment, and make sure to leave a like on your way out, subscribe, do all that social media fun.
Now let's have a look at these. I'm 1.8 metres tall. These are 8-inch pots. They're up to my chin, or a bit better than up to my chin actually. But anyway, they're reduced from $49.99 to $29.99 for a beautiful 1.6 metre jacaranda. So, and these jacarandas, I reckon, they'll be flowering next summer. They're 2 years old. They should be flowering next summer. So if you want jacaranda, and these are your normal large growing jacarandas, great price, 1.5 metres tall and $29.99.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. All part of this Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale. If you're wondering why Chris is dressed up like that, he is impersonating Chris Kekovich. And for those who don't know who Chris Kekovich is, well, it's actually a made-up character. It's based on Sam Kekovich, isn't it?
Sam Newman, I think.
Sam Newman, is
Sam,
it?
yeah,
No, it's Sam Kekovich, I think is the actual.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So
anyway, we don't know what we're doing, guys.
Yeah.
Just
So
welcome
anyway,
for the ride.
Anyway, so here we have your crepe myrtle. Now, all over Melbourne, all over Victoria, crepe myrtles are popping into flower, and they're right in the heat of summer when everything feels terrible. These are suddenly covered in beautiful blossom, fabulous blossom. At any rate, this one here is a Biloxi, which is a sort of a pinky lavender colour, and it's 6 foot tall, and it's it's reduced from $149.99 to $109.99.
Alright, only part of this sale, guys, up until Australia Day long weekend.
Now here we've got a Lipan, and your Lipan is reduced from $149.99 to $109.99, and Lipan is probably the most purple. If you want a sort of a real purpley lavender colour, Lipan is the way to go, $149.99. So $149.99, oh no, $109.90, reduced from $149.99 to $109.99.
Great.
Now if you want a really vivid pinky red, have a look at this label here. Look at this here. This is Tuscarora, and this is also reduced from $149.99 to $109.99. A beautiful, vivid pinky red, fabulous, and then followed by beautiful autumn colour. And look at that there. You find your Tuscarora is a fairly fast grower. This is about 8 foot tall. So 8 foot tall, really an advanced tree, and this by next summer they'll be giving you a lovely crop of beautiful blossom, $109.99.
Excellent. This is our Growers Direct Flash Sale happening live right now, guys.
And here we have Zuni, and Zuni is a beautiful rich pink. A rich, hit a mauve in it, rich pink, 6 foot tall, lovely bushy plant, an advanced crepe myrtle. Now, what's interesting about crepe myrtles is that, you know, with weeping cherries and various things that we sell, lots of people come back and say, oh, because we sell thousands of them, come back and say they keeled over, they died. In the last 3 or 4 years, I cannot remember one person saying to me that their crepe myrtle died. So crepe myrtles, high survival rate. Crepe myrtles, if you've got a tough spot, you're wondering what to plant, maybe it's a bit exposed, a bit hot and windy, maybe the soil's not real great, and you want something beautiful there, something with beautiful autumn colour, beautiful blossom, a beautiful shape, they get beautiful patterns on the bark. If you want a beautiful tree in a tough spot, go for a crepe myrtle, and it's come in all different colours. You get your favourite colour, beautiful rich hot pink, Zuni, $109.99.
And we just have a question here from Graham asking, I don't think I've ever seen this before, you might know. Do you have a Smilex sarsaparilla? I can't understand why we can't get it here in Australia. It's a sarsaparilla plant.
we'll have to have a look on our computer and see what we can find. I haven't come across one of those, no.
Yeah. Maybe give us a call, Graham, 039359 3331. One of our sales staff can have a look. We can do a price and availability for you.
Yeah, now right here I'm standing here and I've got a beautiful fragrance, a lovely smell. And this is a Little Gem Magnolia. Now what's great about Little Gems, there's two things that's great about Little Gems. Like if you look at this one here, it's got a flower bud on it, and it's just a little baby. It's got a flower bud. Another one that's got a flower on it already. Little Gems grow about 70 or 80 centimetres a year. They grow thick and bushy. They only grow 4 metres tall. They're great for a sort of a small screen, for a feature plant. Wonderful plant to have. So your Little Gem, fabulous plant to have. Beautiful small evergreen, white flowers almost all year round, just sporadically white flowers, beautiful fragrance in those white flowers, lovely green glossy foliage, and often a bit pricey, but right now a Little Gem Magnolia, $19.99, that's a really decent plant for $19.99.
Sedge says, what is this, my lady? The guy in glasses is stunning, inspirational for Aussie Day.
Yeah, good on you, mate, thanks for that.
And then I reckon
he should come down and have a chop with us.
Yeah, can you come on in, Sedge, have a chop? I was going to say, with the barbecue, it's not very Australian unless it's all black, isn't it? Like the meat goes charcoal colour.
Oh, I don't like a charcoal colour.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Anyway, here we have a Yatsubusa black pine. Now, Yatsubusa is a beautiful, compact Japanese pine. So a lot of people are frightened to put a black pine in their garden because they grow a bit crazy. But this is a miniature black pine, so you can get that beautiful Zen look, that beautiful Japanese look, that beautiful Asian look. Because you really can't have a Zen garden without a pine tree. And anyway, this beautiful pine here is only $49.99 for a lovely miniature pine. So $49.99, Yatsubusa pine, reduced from $89.99 to $49.99.
Alright, and if you've just joined us, it is our Growers Direct Flash Sale, Chris Kekovich Australia Day Sale, running through to Australia Day long weekend, which is next weekend. All of these items are limited in quantity, and if you do want to purchase any of them, you do need to hurry, either come in store or go online, hellohelloplants.com.au.
So here we've got a Nishiki willow. Now your Nishiki willow, if you're doing a Hampton style garden, the Nishiki willow has, for most of the year, has white and pink foliage. It's beautiful and it's really, really hardy. So if you've got a poor soil, poorly drained spot, difficult site, or you really want that Hamptons look or that really soft look, and you want something spectacular, they trim up into the most beautiful tree. You might show them that label there to show what they turn into. They turn into a most beautiful ball on a stick with plenty of white and plenty of pink on it. So a fabulous hardy landscape plant, reduced from $200 to $149.99. So $149.99 for a standard Nishiki willow. These are only baby ones, but give that a bit of a trim, a year's growth, and it will be absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, wonderful.
I've driven past a few Hamptons gardens that have got those in that I've designed, and they look, after a couple of years, they look unbelievable.
Barry says you might have offended the dope smoking vegans today with this video.
That's right.
Hey, Sedge says, I have a balcony. Any plants you recommend for the balcony? It's a pretty broad question, but do you have any quick recommendation?
I wonder if his balcony is sunny or shady.
That's a big factor, actually. If you want to let us know, Sedge, sunny or shady balcony.
And is it kind of modern and, you know?
Yeah, so you have to sort of refine it a bit more. Give us a little bit more details to see if Chris can answer it for you.
I'll think of something great for him.
Yeah, cool. All right.
We'll come back to that, okay?
Yeah.
So now we've got Gardenia Florida. Now the amazing thing, if you came down here shopping, could you grab one of our 12-inch gardenias? Could you grab one of those 12-inch gardenias for me?
Yeah,
now here we've got 6-inch gardenias. Now these 6-inch, they're Gardenia Florida. Gardenia Florida means Latin for many flowers. Now if you have a close look at that plant that's up there, there's 2 plants in the one pot. We've got a very generous grower. He puts 2 plants in every pot. At any rate, here's what your Gardenia Florida, and this is an amazing thing. Look at this Gardenia Florida here. Look at that absolutely beautiful plant. Look at the size of that. Now if you came down here this weekend or any time right up to Australia Day and you spend over $400, you've got free delivery. And one of our staff will say, what do you want? A free weeping cherry, a free gardenia, a big Chinese advanced Chinese star jasmine, or a port wine magnolia,
That's right,
or
that's
a
right.
forest pansy. So we're giving away a $100 plant to anybody right from now right through to the end of Australia Day weekend. We're giving away a $100 plant to anybody spending over $399, and we're chucking in a free delivery. So there
there really is a lot of incentives to be in store, guys. Like you get your 20% off your Japanese maples, 20% off your hydrangeas. You've got that deal. If you spend over $399 in store only, you can pick from 4 specials valued at $100. It really is a no-brainer if you live nearby.
Yeah, and we've got truckloads and truckloads. We've got a supplier of pots shutting down, and we've got truckloads and truckloads of pots, half price when you buy them by the set. So you come in, you grab and it's a genuine half price. People are just on the weekend, they're berserk, just grabbing these great big half. And what you could do is you come down and get a couple of half price pot sets and get a free $100 plant.
Perfect.
I've had people do that, and they pick a nice gardenia and they put that in one of the pots.
There you go, in store only, guys. So head on down, 1477 Sydney Road, Campbellfield, Victoria.
So here we have Gardenia Florida, 6-inch pot, just $12.99. So there it is, $12.99. They have Gardenia Florida's glossy green foliage, tough, easy to grow, beautiful white fragrant flowers. When you plant them with a bit of, we have some gardenia mix here, plant a bit of gardenia mix in just to make sure the soil's just right for them. Plenty of water, plenty of fertilizer, sun or shade, doesn't matter. Gardenia Florida, $12.99.
Like Mini asks,
$10.99, take that back, $10.99.
$10.99, even better. Like Mini asks, can you please advise stand plant for very small front pathway has clay soil?
So that's where you'd use your Nishiki willow. Your Nishiki willow, no worries. Like a weeping cherry or a maple could bugger right up in the clay soil, but your Nishiki willow is going to, as long as you give it some water, it's going to lap it up.
All right,
and not only that, they're unusual and they're gorgeous. You know, you could ring around 20, 30 nurseries. They don't have them. I've got a bloke specially growing them for me. I've got, you know, the only person really selling them. Now here we have
Nishiki willow. There you go.
A standard Nishiki willow. Gee, those chops are starting to smell good. I'm looking forward to a little feast at the end.
Yeah. Might need flipping again.
Yeah, I think we might need to flip them again. Now here we've got Annie's Winter Wonder. Now Annie's Winter Wonder, gorgeous variegated foliage, lovely neat little bush, doesn't get out of hand, beautiful, beautiful neat little bush, lovely pink flowers, gorgeous plant, and why they call it Winter Wonder is that it's an absolute wonder. It flowers in the winter. It looks at its best when other things look at their worst. So Annie's Winter Wonder, normally expensive, normally hard to get. We've got them for $14.99 for Annie's Winter Wonder.
All right, lovely. It is our Growers Direct flash sale. You can purchase any of these products live online as well. helloplants.com.au. You just click on the live sales tab to find these products.
Now here we've got Hydrangea Candlelight. Now Hydrangea Candlelight, you grow it in the sun, it loves the sun. You can grow it in the shade, but you can grow it in the sun. A lot of people come and say, I want to grow hydrangea, but I want to grow them in the sun. It starts off with these beautiful sort of creamy flowers, and then they'll turn pink, and then they'll turn red by autumn. So lots and lots of different colours. Sun hardy, you can see the different colours. You might show them the label there.
Bring it up to the camera there. Yeah,
show them that label, the red and white flower, beautiful red and white flower. So now these normally cost $50 each. We've got them for $34.99. So $34.99 for the Hydrangea Candlelight. Beautiful creamy flowers at this time of year, turning pink and then turning red. Only $34.99. And not only that, you come down here, we give you, if you buy them down here, you get an extra 20% off.
Oh, that's right. The hydrangeas in store only, 20% off. That's in store only. Yeah.
Now here we've got Sunday Fraise. Again, the grower who grows these for me, he grows them in a hot sunny paddock. These love a hot sunny paddock as long as they've got plenty of water. And anyway, this one here comes out with beautiful white balloon-like flowers that just sort of float above the bush, and they gradually turn a lovely soft pink as you go into autumn. This is a nice medium-sized one, sun hardy, perhaps the most sought after hydrangea of all. Most nurseries you'll struggle to get it for under $50. We've got them for $34.99, and if you come in store, we cut off an extra 20%, which would bring them in under $30.
That's right, that's in store only, folks. If you want to get a little bit more off your hydrangeas, well, 20% off more actually, it's quite a good chunk. Come in store to get them at 20% off in store only.
Now Avon View Lavender, Avon View Lavender. I love Avon View Lavender. It flowers for nearly half of the year. Beautiful silver grey foliage. It's a long, some lavenders don't live for very long, but your Avon View Lavender is a long-lived lavender. So it's great for a mid-sized lavender hedge. So if you want a lavender hedge a bit over knee-high, absolutely fabulous. And it has the lovely little fairy wings on it. It'll delight your children and grandchildren with its beautiful little fairy wings. So beautiful lavender. And nice and cheap, just $9.99.
Yeah, it kind of looks like little butterflies actually on top of it.
Yeah,
it's
all little
nice.
fairies, little purple fairies.
Right, it's the Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale happening live right now. Limited quantities on these products to apply.
Yeah, and what it is that we're where's my lamb's ears gone?
We're open every day over the Australia Day long weekend, which is actually next weekend, but we're running the sale early so you can get your plants, get your barbecue ready, get everything you need to celebrate Australia Day. That's hence why we're calling it Australia Day sale.
And what it is we're pointing out to all those vegan,
dope smoking vegans.
Get
some lamium.
Get some lamium or get some lamb's ears into your garden. Get some lamium or some lamb's ears, and then have it on Australia Day. We want you out in the backyard, planting a few plants and enjoying some beautiful lamb chops.
Yeah.
So there we are.
I can't imagine that Sam Kekovich would sue you for promoting his product.
That's right. Yeah, we're promoting the lamium, the lamb's ears, and the lamb chop.
That's right.
The lamb steak.
Hey, Ness asks, will those hydrangeas grow in northeast Victoria where it's very hot in summer?
Yes, you just got to keep the water up to it. I'd recommend a spot with morning sun, afternoon shade, and keep the water up to them and you'll be right.
Wow, that's great. There you go, Ness.
Yeah. So now we've got Munstead lavender. Now Munstead lavender, these look tiny, and that's what's good about them. Munstead lavender is pretty much the smallest lavender you can grow. It's a form of English lavender. It has beautiful fragrance in it.
It smells really good.
Lovely purple flowers around Christmas time, and it's a beautiful compact lavender.
That's right. Karen says gotta have lamb.
What's that?
Karen says gotta have lamb.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You're not wrong, Karen. You're not wrong.
Now here we've got sea lavender. Now sea lavender isn't lavender at all. Sea lavender is actually it's a limonium. And what's great about it is that sometimes it has lots of blue flowers and other times it just has a few blue flowers. But once you get a nice clump of this in the garden, it's really, really tough. You can grow it by the sea, grow it in land somewhere, but really, really tough, covered in beautiful sort of mauvey blue flowers. These could be used as a cut flower, a dried flower, or just enjoy them in the garden. But once you get an established one of these, you get whole sheets of blue flowers at certain times and then just one or two. So for year-round colour, and something really tough and a kind of a funky cottagey look, you can't go past the sea lavender. Normally they're expensive and hard to get. Right now we've got fabulous plants, the best sea lavender you've ever seen, for $9.99.
Alright guys, it's a Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale happening live. Limited quantities on these products do apply, so do be quick.
Now here we've got Snow Maiden Indian Hawthorn, just $14.99 in a 7-inch pot. So 7-inch pot Snow Maiden, just $14.99.
And they make, you can do hedges out of them. They look really good too. Like, who is it down in Essendon Airport there? They've got hedges of these around some of their commercial buildings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, down Essendon Airport. That very, very smart bit of landscape architecture there. You've got beautiful hedges and hedges of it, and they've planted it because it's tough and beautiful.
That's correct.
Now here we've got 3-foot standard icebergs, just $39.99. So standard roses are starting to cost a fortune around the place, but if you get these ones here, let's turn these down a bit so they're not burnt by the end of the show. I'm looking forward to a lamb chop. So standard iceberg roses, $39.99.
Yeah, it's starting to smell good, that barbecue now.
Sure is.
Come on down, enjoy the sales, get yourself a chop. Hello Plants, 1477 Sydney Road, Campfield. We've chucked a bit of dirt on there for extra flavour to make it real Aussie flavour.
A bit of potting mix, you know. Here we've got your 2-gram fruticans, the Tree Germander. Now if you want to grow clip lovely silver balls and make a beautiful silver hedge with lovely blue flowers in springtime, if you want something really tough, hassle-free, easy to grow, 2-gram Fruticans, fantastic stuff, and these are only $9.99. A lot of stores you'll be paying 15, 16 bucks for them, and they're beautiful blue flowers, lovely silver foliage. Clip them into a ball, clip them into a hedge, or let's just let them go natural. They're a beautiful silvery shrub, and $9.99.
Karen asks, do you have any unusual kangaroo paws?
We do. Do you know, if you went out the back, if you come in here this afternoon, grab yourself a lamb chop, take your lamb chop out there, munch it out the back, go down the native plant section, very Australian, our native plant section, and there's at least 20 different sorts of kangaroo paws. You'll see them in almost every colour.
Yeah, it's like a little nursery on its own down there.
And it's nice and quiet, little birds flying around there and lots of native plants. It's real nice down there.
All right, Karen, there you go.
It's a real Australian experience to go out in amongst our Australia, and you'll see a beautiful range. Hot dogs. Okay.
I don't know what's going on at the moment. Something's going on behind the scenes.
Okay, nice. So here
Your
we
pants
have
falling off, are they?
Thryptomene.
No, they look all right.
Thryptomene FC Payne. Now, Thryptomene FC Payne, this is an amazing plant. These are just starting to get a few pink flowers on them now. We might give them a close-up look at these pink flowers. A few pink flowers on them right now. Now what's going to happen, they're going to start flowering soon, and they're going to flower for about 6 months. They're going to flower right through the winter, and they're fabulously fragrant. Now one of these is going to grow sort of about 1 metre tall and about 2 metres wide, but you can always clip them, and they're going to fill your garden with fragrance and pink flowers in the winter when nothing else is really happening. So it's a wonderful plant to put in for winter fragrance and winter colour, and for long fragrance. You cannot go past this. An FC Payne, and these are only $11.99, and we give you a really decent plant for it. Look at the size of that for $11.99. Have a look at that. $11.99, a beautiful big bushy plant for $11.99.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties on some of our other platforms. I think we're back now. Just bear with us while we are live. Like, this is what happens when you go live.
That's right, yeah.
The craziness ensues.
Yeah.
That's why you should join us on these lives, because you never know what's going to happen.
That's right, yeah. So here we have got the viburnum snowball bush. Now these have beautiful big white snowballs. You can see them up there. Beautiful big white snowballs, fabulous plant. And your viburnum snowball bush is reduced from $59.99 to $49.99. These are beautiful big ones. These are guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. In fact, if these don't produce snowballs this coming spring, you can have your money back.
Wow, did you hear that? I don't know if luckily I think our audio is muted. No, I'm just kidding.
No, guaranteed snowballs this year on these snowball bushes. So $49.99 with a snowball guarantee.
Now, sadly, on some of the platforms, there we go. I think we're back now.
In fact, you know that no nursery does a snowball guarantee.
No, there's no snowball, and is it an in-store only snowball guarantee? Or?
No, anyone, anywhere.
Online or in-store, you can have a snowball guarantee on top of our
guaranteed snowballs this spring.
Excellent. We're just one of the platforms. We're just getting back up online. There we go.
This is a beautiful thing. This is an Amethyst Falls. Now Amethyst Falls has beautiful, it's not really purple, it's a beautiful amethyst blue colour. Now what they're famous for is your Amethyst Falls flowers beautifully in spring when it's naked, and then it has follow-up flowers all through summer. So if you've got a veranda or an archway or something you want to cover with a beautiful climber, think about an Amethyst Falls for flowers in spring and then follow-up flowers in summer right through until autumn. So Amethyst Falls, normally $89.99. These beautiful big plants, fabulous ones, you won't get better wisterias anywhere, $69.99. So $69.99. You might just give them a close-up look at those flowers.
Yeah, let's have a look at those flowers close up on the camera there.
Yeah.
Our gorilla's just having a quick rest.
He's a bit buggered up after the mating season.
He's beaten around a bit.
Yeah, he's just returned from the gorilla mating season.
Yeah.
And I think
few young gorilla ladies looked after him.
Yeah, he had to fight off a couple of silverbacks to get to the gorilla ladies. So
that was the part that hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So the purple Chinese wisteria. Now these are your classic wisteria. You see them all over Melbourne. They're fragrant. They get covered in flowers. They're a beautiful mauvey purple. They do have follow-up flowers in the summer. It's a fast-growing, tough wisteria. These will cover your pergola or cover whatever you want in no time. The sun will come through in the winter when the leaves fall off. Now these Wisteria sinensis reduced from $49.99 to $29.99. It's a $20 reduction. They're 3 foot tall, fabulous wisterias, just $29.99.
Perfect. It is our Growers Direct flash sale, and these items are all available for you to purchase either online or in store.
Yeah, you could come down to Savo and grab a hold of a couple of these bargains.
Or give us a phone on the plugger.
Yeah, a plug on the phoner, isn't it?
What's the plugger? The phone is an old Aussie term for plugger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now here we've got orange sedge. Now there it is. Orange sedge, particularly when it gets cold in the winter, turns a beautiful orange colour. It's a lovely low-growing, very clean grass. I remember I went to a restaurant one time out in the Yarra Valley, and they had 2 beautiful big pots on pillars with just lovely big orange sedges just blowing in the wind in pots on urns, and they look absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful landscape plant. Normally it's a bit expensive, a bit hard to get. These are reduced from $12.99 to $9.99. So $9.99 for your orange sedge.
Lovely. And we've got the barbecue here because it's the Australia Day sale long weekend.
Now here we've got hot pink. Now you might have something you want to cover up. An ugly old embankment or kind of a nature strip that's all dead and bare. Now these are the toughest plants on earth. You don't need to water them, you don't need to fertilise them, you don't need to look after them. They'll cover up anything. Beautiful hot pink flowers in winter and springtime, and these are called pink carpogrotus, and they are just $2.99. So $2.99 and cover, and at $2.99 you can afford to buy lots of them and cover a big area really, really cheaply. Now people have been going crazy for these lately. This is your early blue convolvulus. And these will cascade over an embankment, they'll cascade over a wall, they'll cover an area. I love to plant them under my iceberg roses. I think that blue and the simplicity of it really sets off the iceberg roses. So if you've got iceberg roses and it's looking a bit dull, a bit bare, pop some of these in underneath and they'll really set it off. These grow fast, they grow big, and normally you're $12, $14, $15 at your local nursery. These early blues here are just $9.99.
Yeah, they look really awesome over a retaining wall as well, and they're very prolific flowering. And only at that price as part of this Growers Direct flash sale.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching this and you're seeing these fabulous bargains and you're thinking, how do I get them? Well, what you do is you go to this page here, and you've got 100 specials there, and you pick out the specials you need for your Australia Day project, get them ordered, and we'll have them delivered to you. And over most of Victoria, we deliver for free when you spend over $399. So, and know that if you're in store and you spend over $399, we're checking a $100 plant for free.
That's right. In store only on that one.
So you've got free delivery over most of Victoria. You've got free delivery over most of Victoria, and you've got a free plant valued at $100. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. The in-store specials are fantastic, and these deals won't last long either. So this sale's limited time only. All right, tell us about this next plant here, Chris, on the Growers Direct.
So what we've got here, this is one of our most dramatic specials. Show them how good they look. That's just how fabulous they are. Now what you've got here is the grower has given us a gift. Normally the wholesale price with GST is $6.50 wholesale. Like that's what I buy them for, right? These ones here, including GST, are $4.99.
Wow.
So $4.99 including GST, and I saw a bloke before. He went out with, I think he had 36 of them on his trolley. People are buying them by the whatever load. They're buying them.
They're an internet favourite, sensation.
Yeah, $4.99. And don't forget, we've got English box before. They're two of the most popular mass planting plants in Victoria. English box and green
Dichondra,
$4.99.
Alright, it's all part of the Growers Direct flash sale. Getting quick.
Now the other really popular plant is your Silver Falls. Give them a close look at those Silver Falls. We've got a nice big sexy looking Silver Falls we can try. I think there's some baskets just out there. So anyway, Silver Falls are one of the most versatile plants. We've got a beautiful video where it grows over. Yeah, so here we are here. This will put it in the hanging basket. It'll cascade over the side. When you've got a black pot or something like that, you put it in, and it's got maybe got a you know, a frangipani or a kumquat in it. You plant it in the bottom and cascades over the side. Grow it up along the stairways, around your pavers, fill up your garden beds. It's a fabulous silver backdrop. At any rate, and most stores charge big bucks for them, but we've got them. Our grower's done real cheap, and we've got them for $9.99. So $9.99 for 6-inch pot silver falls.
Great for contrasting too, that colour.
Now some Diamondia silver carpet, fabulous plant. It'll take a bit of light foot traffic. If you want something that grows around your pavers, if you want to make a sort of a silver grey lawn, if you want something really tough, something that's going to be flat and smooth and grow in the heat, grow in poor soil, grow in difficult sites, your Diamondia silver falls is the answer. Fabulous plant. And we've got them in 6-inch pots for $3.99. So $3.99, you can afford to mass plant them at $3.99. Diamondia silver carpet.
All right, head on down to the Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale.
Right here we've got Beyond Blue fescue grass, reduced from $14.99 to $9.99. Beyond Blue is the bluest of your blue fescues, really, really blue. Mass planted, pop it in your native garden, put it in your modern garden, mass plant a border. It's a really useful plant, and we've made them so you can afford them, $9.99. So $9.99 for Beyond Blue fescue grass.
That's correct. Growers Direct flash sale, getting quick.
Right, Myoporum fine leaf. Now my fine leaf, it has a beautiful, I'll have a little smell of this. I can have a smell. It smells like West Australian honey. So the little white flowers are beautifully fragrant. Now, if you want to cover a square metre quickly, you plant 2 of these. If you're willing to take your time, 1 of these will cover a square metre, and you can cover up a large area. Cover up your nature strip, cover up an embankment, cover up whatever you want. Myoporum fine leaf, a beautiful, fast-growing ground cover.
The gorilla's made some friends off camera here.
So here we are, Myoporum fine leaf. Now, normally an expensive native, $14-15 in most stores. We've got them for $9.99 for nice big 6-inch pots, ready to cover up whatever you want in the garden. Blue chalk sticks. Now these are beautiful chunky little plants. These are reduced from $6.99. Blue chalk sticks from $6.99 to $4.99. So $4.99 for beautiful blue chalk sticks, and nice chunky plants too. So if you want to get a modern look in the garden, if you want a low maintenance look, if you want something really tough, if you want something you don't have to water, there's your chalk sticks there. A bright silver blue way and also what you can use them for is you can use them to make a highlight in the garden. Say you've got a beautiful feature plant, you can plant a circle of those around it and really make that feature plant into a real feature. So that's your Senecchio chalk stick, just $4.99.
How far do they spread, those ones?
They'll spread quite a way. I reckon 2 of them would cover a square metre in no time. So, and they're very low water requirement. Now here we've got beautiful baby's tears. They're baby's tears reduced from $12.99 to $4.99. So $4.99 for baby's tears.
Okay, it's our weekly Growers Direct flash sale, the Chris Kekovich Australia Day long weekend sale happening right now. Australia Day being next weekend, not this weekend, but we're getting you prepared for the garden. Get your snags on the barbie and Aussie up your garden with this sale. Great deals.
White thyme reduced from $8.99 to $7.99. So $7.99. Now it's a beautifully fragrant edible plant, and this time of year it's covered in lovely little white flowers. And you can use this as a ground cover, put it around the pavers, plant a whole lawn, or just pop them in the cottage garden, or slip them in pots around the house, or even grow it in a hanging basket. White thyme, flowers for months and months and months, gorgeous white flowers, fabulous plant, $7.99.
Yeah, I'll pop it on your pizza. There we go. Someone look at that. They're going off the live sale, direct live. You've just missed out. If you're watching,
straight off the thing.
If you're watching this live sale, that was a classic example of the plants selling as we do the sale.
Yeah. Now native violet. Now these are gorgeous little plants. Give them a close up look at those beautiful little violet flowers popping up there. Now Native violets flower virtually all year round. Grow them in a shady corner. They're really, really tough. They spread. They make a beautiful ground cover. And native violet is just $9.99. So we've got some really cheap natives, all under $10 in this Grower Direct flash sale.
That's another one of those very popular items too, the native violet.
Yeah, now this is your ornamental grape. Doesn't produce any grapes, but big lush green foliage. Super fast growing, cover up the pergola, create some summer shade, fabulous red autumn colour in autumn, great way to cover the pergola, and when it drops off it doesn't have any twigs, so it really lets the sun through into your pergola in the winter. And anyway, this native, normally they're $39.99, we've got them for $24.99, so $24.99 for your ornamental grape. That's a great price for an ornamental grape. If you want to create some shade, cover the fence, get some green lushness in your garden, fast growing and beautiful ornamental grape, just $24.99.
Okay.
Now look at this, you have to feel this. Beautiful and soft, lovely Zoysia, Zoysia Nomo, just $6.99.
And do they have to be watered regularly, those ones, or
they're pretty tough, but they do love water and they do love a bit of fertiliser. And I was nervous about growing these in Victoria because they're very popular up in North New South Wales and southeastern Queensland. So what I did before I started selling them is I bought them and grew them myself, and I find that they're fine in the Melbourne climate. They love the Melbourne climate. They go a bit yellowy brown in the winter, but then they come straight back in spring. A lot of grasses do that. Yeah. And it gives you that, and it gives you that beautiful. The thing with Zoysia, it has that lovely rough moundy effect. A beautiful rough moundy
little
effect.
Mounds,
really
yeah.
Nice.
That's right.
Yeah, now we're getting close yet. I think we need to turn them chops one more time so they'll be just right at the end of the show. And if you want one of these chops, you better be quick. I reckon we'll be through this in about 5 minutes and them chops will be gone.
I reckon actually you got to turn the barbecue up though, because they're sort of just boiling in that heat.
Oh, I reckon that'd be pretty right. I don't mind a bit of pink in the middle of my lamb chop.
Alright.
Okay, so here we've got Acmina green screen. Now these are normally $40. They're 3 foot tall. Now what it is, there's a little bug munching his way through a lot of the lily pillies all through Melbourne and all through Victoria. And so what we've been concentrating on is lily pillies that the bugs don't eat. And here it is. This one here is called green screen. It's an Acmina smithi. The bugs hate it. Grows like fury. Beautiful green foliage, dense fine green foliage. Very hardy, easy to grow lily pilly. If you want a beautiful hedge in the sort of 2 to 4 metre range, you can't go wrong with our green screen lily pilly, just $24.99.
Customers are walking past in the background, they don't really know what's going on.
Yep.
Probably the viewers don't really know, except for those who are regulars.
Yeah, that's right. And what it is we're running through 100 specials and we're setting it up so that people can do that Australia Day Aussie gardening project in their backyard whilst munching on a couple of lamb chops.
That's right, that's absolutely right.
And we're showing those dope smoking vegans, how it should be on Australia Day. And what you should be doing, what goes great with lamb is the bay tree. And when you're getting a bay tree, you don't want to pay a fortune for your bay tree. Some people charge an absolute fortune for it. I've seen people selling bay trees like this for $20. They go great with your lamb. And they're just $9.99. So a beautiful bay tree, just $9.99. Whack it in the herb garden, whack it in a pot, whack it in the garden, and it's very, very Australian. Because the lamb is so Australian, your bay tree is very, very Australian.
Yep, that's right.
Now look at this. This is amazing. People have come in here and bought these. They can't believe it. Your capital pear.
Wow.
It's
a big
8 foot tall. And it's $69.99, and then if you were to buy 10 of these, we drop the price to $59.99. And if you live out there in Maui or somewhere like that, or down there in Leongatha, or maybe up in Yarrawonga or something like that, you can have that. You spend this, you spend over $399. You can get this delivered for free.
Wow, look at that! It's a big one.
So there we are, 8 foot capital pear. $69.99. Buy 10 of them and get them for $599.99 and save about $1,000 on the normal price.
Now that is a really good deal. You can actually get that one done online.
Yeah, or you can ring up and order it now.
Ring up 039359 3331. Take advantage of the Australia Day long weekend Chris Kekovich sale.
Yeah, if you want to transform your property, look at these Cleveland pears. 8 foot tall, advanced tree, ready to transform your property. $69.99. Buy 10 of them, and instead of paying $1,600 like normal for 2 metre trees, like 2.2 metre trees like this, you can have them delivered over most of Victoria for $5.99, delivery included. $5.99 for the...
And they look awesome as a border or like down the driveway as well.
Yeah. Now here we've got the Nishiki willow. Now these have the beautiful pink and white foliage. People grow them as hedges, they grow them as shrubs. You grow them where it's poorly drained, where the clay's terrible, in that tough spot where you didn't think you could grow anything. Your Nishiki willow with a bit of water is going to grow there, make a beautiful pink and white bush. And Nishiki willow just reduced from $16.99 to $14.99.
Lovely. Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale live right now.
Here's a special that's not going to last. These are normally $32.99 for an 8-inch pot, golden biota. These have been reduced, golden biotas are reduced to $14.99. So $14.99 for a 8-inch pot golden biota, 25 of them to go. I reckon these will be gone in a flash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jay says, woohoo, don't we all look grooved today?
Woohoo!
Woohoo, woohoo.
Yeah.
Maybe a new catchphrase.
Yeah, woohoo, woohoo. Okay.
Alright, it is our Chris Kekovich Australia Day long weekend sale, long weekend next weekend. These items won't last, so you do need to be quick if you want to purchase any of them.
Now here we have the weeping lily pilly. And normally these ones here are 1.5 metres tall. Normally you'd be paying 60, 80, 90 bucks for something like that. We've got these for $39.99. So if you want a nice big weeping lily pilly that's going to block out the neighbours in no time, these can grow over a metre a year if they're watered and fertilised well. A nice big weeping lily pilly, just $39.99.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, we're getting to the last few items here for the day. Maybe we've got to move that barbecue for the boys. Do you want us to move that?
Now here we've got some pots, and one of our pot suppliers is doing a pot clearance.
We might not be able to get them all up there, guys.
The gorilla can hold one.
Gorilla can hold one. Yeah, one there. There we go.
There we are. So is there one more?
That's all 4, I think. Is there 4
but
there?
there's 5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
So here we are. Now, say you've got an outdoor area to decorate. We've got these they're egg pots, and they're reduced from $509 to $254.98. So $254.98, and you've got 5 pots. A really big pot. This really big pot here would be nearly 100 litres. You've got another big pot that's it's just a big pot. It's not a really big pot. Then you've got a medium pot, another medium pot, and a little pot. And you get the whole lot. This is enough to decorate a whole outdoor area for $254.99. So $254.99 in store only. $254.99. You buy a couple of these sets, and we'll chuck in 100. We'll chuck in a free delivery, and we'll chuck in a $100 big bushy gardenia or a beautiful weeping cherry for free.
Yeah, that's right. It is our Growers Direct flash sale. And these are in-store only at the 50% off the pot set.
That's right. You've got to buy the whole set. It's a crazy deal. It's really for what you'd expect to pay for one big pot. You're getting the whole set. You're really getting 4 pots of
Yeah, so make sure to come in store if you do want to take advantage of that 50% off the pot set deal.
What we've got here is a Seychelles Congo Black. So your Seychelles Congo Black, beautiful, elegant pot. If you've got a very modern thing, and you're looking at say you've got a very modern patio or something like that, and you want to decorate it, you cannot go past these. It's a set of 3. They've got these beautiful horizontal ribs on them, gorgeous black, and they're only $199. Now you would expect to pay $199 for this big one, but you get all 3 of them for $199. That's a genuine half price deal. It's a very, very beautiful and stylish pot. It's called a Seychelles Congo Black, $199.99.
Alright, awesome.
Now here's something here for your dope smoking vegans.
They're going to love this next
They're
item.
going to love this. So we've done something for the dope smoking vegans this time. We've done something funky. We've done these very earthy terracotta pots.
I've just put the barbecue on max.
Yeah, what you could do is you could grow marijuana in this, couldn't you?
I don't know if you should be advising. I'm surprised we're not getting dropped for that. We're not getting flagged for you using that word.
I'm not saying you should, I'm saying you could. So there we are.
Well, I don't think the dope smoking vegans would have stayed around because they don't want to look at meat sizzling on their screen.
That's right. So here we are. This is an amazing view. These are beautiful terracotta, very earthy, very natural. They remind me of my hippie days. Terracotta, egg pot, set of 5, only $213. This big pot here, you could grow a big olive tree in it. You could grow a beautiful big lemon tree in it, and you could plant some herbs and various different things in the other ones, and have it on a beautiful timber deck, and it'd be really funky and really, really nice. So there we are, the terracotta egg pot traditional, set of 5 for $213.48, and the big one of these is enormous. So we've got one enormous pot, one big pot, one fairly big pot, one medium pot, and one little pot.
That's it. All right, so thanks for joining us and all your comments here today. That was our last item for the Chris Kekovich Australia Day sale, and Chris is going to start getting into those lamb chops.
Come down here for a lamb chop.
Show the camera that.
Yeah, we're going to have a hot lamb chop, and anybody who wants to call by, we've got beautiful lamb chops and some nice little beef sausages there.
Oh, Jay has a question.
Aussie beef, of course.
We've got a quick question here before we wrap up the live. Jay asks, how do you stop terracotta pots from going mouldy? Are they sealed?
Well, do you know, I did a video about that yesterday. You know what you do? What happens is the water and the fertiliser sucks through the clay to the outside. What you do is get yourself a garbage bag, pop the garbage bag in there, put a hole in the bottom of the garbage bag so the water gets out, chuck a bit of gravel on top of the hole, and then fill it up with potting mix, and that'll seal it and stop the water getting through. And you don't have to buy any sort of smelly old sealant or anything like that.
Wow.
Just a nice fresh garbage bag, and then once you pot it up and do it, you trim the top off the garbage bag.
Excellent advice. I hope you heard that, Jay. And for those of you who want to re-watch this live, we'll post it after this live has gone down. It'll be published up on our YouTube channel where you can go and watch this live, hear any of Chris's answers or any of his comments on the products that we looked at today. These products really are limited in quantity, so if there was anything that you did like that you saw today, you do need to act fast. We literally had a customer while we were doing the live waiting for these plants to come off the table here so that she could purchase the whole lot of them. So limited quantities on these prices, but we can get the plants in at a higher price if you do miss out on the sale prices. But my recommendation is just be quick. Get online now, hellohelloplants.com.au, check out the live sales tab, go to the latest sale. You can check out all these 100 specials that Chris has gone over and purchase away. Or you can visit us this weekend or the whole long weekend we're open Australia Day.
Get in, order your plants now, and you could be out in the backyard enjoying a lamb chop, and you'd be out in the backyard enjoying a lamb chop and fixing up the garden, whacking in a few lamb's ears. There we are, a few lamb's ears going in. So thank you for joining our Sam Kekovich Australia Day Grower Direct Flash Sale.
Alright guys, thank you. Enjoy the sale. We'll enjoy the barbecue.